Hello everyone, this is Dalian, and recently, I've been trying to get into more things that aren't just about big ass lizards, robots, or men in spandex beating the shit out of each other. So instead, I got into this funny anime about sorcerers and curses beating the shit out of each other. I heard the series can get to be a bit much at times the deeper you get into it, but I'm sure it won't be anything too bad. Wait, what? Huh? What? Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Huh? Whoa, what? The SH Figuarts Nobara Kugisaki is an action figure by Tamashii Nations released through their SH Figuarts series, a series of premium figure lines with very detailed and articulated figures of different characters from many different franchises, with today's figure obviously being based on Nobara Kugisaki from Jujutsu Kaisen. With 47 episodes of the anime being out as of this video's recording, Jujutsu Kaisen has, for the most part, been a decently solid series from everything that has been released so far. With the official manga soon bringing the story to an end though, I figured I'd take advantage of that sweet algorithm honey, and celebrate the official end to this series by reviewing a figure. I was thinking of starting out with Yuji Itadori for obvious reasons. He's the main character after all. But two things. One, Nobara's one of my favorite characters, and two, she was the cheapest of the main four to get. The paint job on Nobara is pretty good. All the colors here are pretty accurate to the anime. From her rich brown-orange hair and dyes, the black on a majority of her sorcerer suit, the gold on the suit's buttons, and everything else is basically spot on. The 2D outlines on her face, as well as on the rest of her swappable faces, are done very well and nail her appearance right on the head. Due to the nature of this specific design for her, some might find the color scheme a bit bland, but as a sucker for accuracy, I don't really care. Besides, I'm someone who likes it when things are kept at a somewhat simple level. Some might say I'm basic, but honestly, if something isn't already supposed to be that way, I usually don't like it when things are made too eye-popping for my taste. Overall, I give the paint job a solid 2 points out of 2. The sculpting on Nobara is great, for the most part. Tamashi's really nailed it when it came to capturing all the details they could, even down to the white shirt underneath, and going back to the buttons, they even have the little gold swirl sculpted on here, which is just immaculate attention to detail. Not only that, but they also included the little bag she carries around on her back. Not only are the details great, but her entire body in general is almost perfectly proportionate to what's seen in the anime. Except for the feet, which appear to be a tad bit bigger than they should be from what I remember. Either it's supposed to be this way and I'm just being dumb, or I guess Mattel must have been involved in the Shibuya incident too. Despite the generally great sculpt, there's just one obvious problem you might have spot by now. That is quite unfortunate. It seems like revoking half of her seeing privileges wasn't the only thing Mahito did. Apparently he must have transfigured her shoulder too. Okay, seriously though, this isn't the worst thing in the world, and is to kind of be expected with some SH human figures. Sometimes to allow for as much articulation as possible to recreate certain poses, sacrifices must be made in the sculpt. But regardless of what was intended here, there's no denying that this looks kinda ugly. And Tamashii could have done a better job if they really tried without having to sacrifice the articulation. Overall, I give the sculpting a solid 2 points out of 2. The articulation on Nobara is pretty good, but there's just one major flaw that we'll get into in a bit. Like any decent SH Figuarts figure, Nobara has a generally solid range of articulation, made up of mostly ball joints as well as a few other joint types. If you don't suck at posing human figures like I do, then you can get quite a bit to work with here. You can get her in many expressive poses that show her confident, fierce, and determined character. However, everybody gangsta until you get to the lower torso. Nobara's legs themselves seem to be perfectly fine, and have the essential joints you would expect a human figure like her to have. So, what's the problem, you may ask? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is slightly irritating. Now, it's not like this skirt completely hinders leg articulation. It's thankfully made of a rubber-like material and can be moved around without too much issue. But I wish we didn't have to deal with the general restrictions this still imposes. I have tried lightly heating up the skirt to allow for a bit more flexibility, but it seems like that'll only do so much without heavy modification, which isn't something I'm willing to do to a premium figure or even have the skill to do. Despite how clashing it would look, I wish the skirt was made of some kind of cloth material rather than this rubber stuff. I'm aware the Good Smile Company Figma figure has this exact thing I'm suggesting, and I still plan on getting that figure eventually. I only got the SH first because I still have to regrow my liver. Overall, I give the articulation a solid 1.5 points out of 2. For the first time in one of these reviews, Nobara actually comes with a pretty solid set of accessories we can actually discuss. She comes with the previously mentioned swappable faces, with exactly 4 faces if you count the default face. You get her default face, an angry face, an even angrier yelling face, and a grin of either sheer irritation or very high confidence. It can sorta work both ways. While it would have been nice if she came with more faces to express her silly, happier side, what we got is great either way. Along with those, you get her handy dandy hammer, or as I like to call it, the Solnier. She also comes with 8 different hands, 2 fists, 2 relaxed hands, 2 hands with nails on them, 1 and 3 on each, a grabbing hand designed for the hammer, and a somewhat exaggerated pointing hand. This has got to be my favorite hand of the set. It fits her personality perfectly, and looks great when you have her hit in the Optimus Prime. As for scale, she's on the smaller side of things, which isn't a bad thing. Here's a size comparison with some random stuff. From what I can tell, she scales perfectly with the other SH Jujutsu Kaisen figures, but she looks nice next to many other figures too. Overall, I give the accessories and scale a solid 2 points out of 2. As per Tamashii Nation standards, Nobara isn't exactly cheap, but compared to other things I've purchased from this godforsaken company, the $60 price tag really doesn't sound that bad anymore. However, if you still feel like that's a bit too high for you, which I don't blame you if you do, she's currently at a discount in a few online places such as Crunchyroll, where I got my copy. She's also available in a few other online sites such as Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, and a few other places, so you can pick and choose whichever best suits your liking. Overall, I give the price and accessibility a solid 1.5 points out of 2. Tally up the points and you get a total score of 8.5 out of 10, making her an amazing figure and earning her the Indonamdalian Diamond Seal of Approval. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still pretty sad that she died in the series, all thanks to this fucker.
Bumblebee, keep lubricating the man.
Yeah!